So Sandra and Diane are now friends. Diane and Tom, Sandra and her husband's friend that they introduced Diane to, get engaged sometime around New Year's of 1966. And subsequently, from that engagement, there was a fallout between Diane and the roommates slash coworkers. Apparently, Diane and Kay Fleming had it out because of the engagement. Kay was really upset, and she told Diane that she thought she was too young to be married at 22 years old. So, because of the fallout with the roommates and the people she works with, because they're also her coworkers, Diane quit her job and she moves out and ends up moving in with her sister, Sandra. So, in early 1967, Diane, after moving out, starts a new job at AIG of Atlanta. In interviews, according to Sandra Webb, Kay Fleming and Judy Brownlee would become furious anytime one of the girls announced their engagement. She claims that Judy told her as she was moving out after becoming engaged herself that Judy threatened her. She claims Judy said to her, "Maybe the same thing that happened to Mary Little will happen to you." So now we come to Friday, May 19th, 1967. Diane leaves work, and according to Sandra Webb, Diane was going shopping and was going to stop by Sandra's house after and show her everything she had bought. However, according to Tom, Diane's fiance, Tom was supposed to pick Diane up from her sister Sandra's house that evening after she had gotten off work and went shopping a little bit. According to police interviews, Tom showed up to Sandra's house to pick up Diane, and he arrived and she wasn't there. He asked her sister where she was, and she said she never showed up after work, and he became very concerned. It is said that at that time, he and Diane's sister called police and reported her missing, essentially. And so they put a bolo out for a woman matching Diane's description. But according to Sandra, Diane never showed up, and she says they weren't too concerned because Diane would just disappear sometimes. But she said that she called Tom. I want to note that comments made to detectives from Diane's roommates and coworkers at the time echoed those comments that were made from unnamed said roommates and coworkers at the time of Mary's disappearance too. They said the same things, kind of like how Mary just stayed out all night long. They would say things like, well, Diane, she just kind of like would disappear every once in a while and we didn't know where she was. And then she would just like show back up. They said that she also stayed out all night and that she hung out with some really